Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to haunt this tree. So this is part 2. In part 1, we twisted everything out, and now we're ready to bead. So I think I'm going to start on this side. Usually I start on the right. Today I'm going to start on my left. I don't know how this is going to present itself to you because I might have to change the format so that it's full screen. And if I do, then things might look upside down. So the beads that I'm using, I have some 4mm seed beads. I have 4mm bicone and round crystals. And I have 6mm round crystals. And that's it. The seed beads and the crystals, actually everything is in the playlist that I made so that you'll be able to find everything that I use. And for this tree, I wasn't going to do it this way, but I cut these wires long so I could have some fun with it. I'm going to make a leaf, and that's just putting 3 bicones on my wire and supporting my work right there and twisting until you have a leaf. And there you have it. And now I'll just attach it. I could leave it like that on the inside, or I could actually leave it on the outside. I'm going to leave it just like that for now. Can't move it too much because it will break, but I want to have fun with this project. So, don't want to add more leaves. No, I'm going to wrap this around my hoop. I'm going to actually leave that on the inside so I can wrap it. This is how I wrap around my bracelet. Take your wire, put it on top, pass it through like that, bring it up, give it a little tug so it's close to where you put the first wire. I go around it twice. There is a reason why, and I will show it to you. For everybody that's new here, welcome. Every day I see new people. That makes me feel appreciated. I work hard to try and show you everything. Sorry, I'm a little raspy today. Also, I don't edit. I don't know how. And I make mistakes. But I'll show you how to fix them. If you break a wire, go to my playlist because I have everything. I have created amazing playlists to help you find anything that you need to know. So with that, everything I use, I get on Amazon. And I don't use pliers, I use tweezers. You can get them at the dollar store. I've had these for like 11 years now. And I don't wrap around the hoop because I don't want anything to catch. Nothing sticks out when you do it this way. There. It looks neat and it's safe. Not going to break. Now we're gonna move on. Because this tree is so far to the side, I cut the wire long because I'm gonna need longer over here, but not so much over here. And let's see, what are we gonna do here? I think we're gonna put one of these 4mm and a seed bead. What I was going to do is make clusters and leaves. I think I will. I was thinking about just beating up every branch, but I don't think I want to do that. Or I might do a mix, I don't know. But I'm using 2 wires here. I put a seed bead on one and a 6mm bead on the other, and I twisted them together. Now I'm going to wrap it around my hoop like that. Pass it down. Give it a nice tug. You have to support your work though. You don't want it to move and break. Bring it up and cross it over. Cut your wire nice and close, and then just press it down. I'm trying to do this at an angle so that you can see. I've been working on my setup, and I think this might work. And I twisted this in the opposite direction than what I usually do. I should really start on that side. The only reason why I didn't was because I'm not sure yet about the skeleton. I'll show you in a minute what I mean. So, the collection that I made, the Halloween series of haunted trees, what I did was I clipped off this little bale thing, and I put wire in between the feet and just had them stand. And I don't think, because I didn't want to use that, but I don't think I'm going to do it like that this year. So we will start where I'm used to starting, and that's right over here. And I think I can maybe find a way to hide that little bale thing. But let's see. I think what I'm going to do is put a seed bead on both wires. Like that. Just slide it all the way down. Usually I don't do that, but I am today. Only for this part, I think. And now I think I'll put Alright, I'm going to put the skeleton on. See if I want to do them on both wires or just one. Because I'm going to disguise it. I'll find a way. I think we'll cover it with a branch or a leaf. And I don't want them sliding around. Alright. Now I got them on there. Just going to twist these 2 wires together. I think that's the only way I can do it, really. And make it so that he doesn't slide. It's not the only way. I'm going to put some beads, and he can't go anywhere. I might still put the little wire at the bottom. We'll see. All right, enough chit chat. Let's get this thing beat up. I think I'll use, I'm going to be alternating the beads, something big with something small, because when I do that, they fit closer together on the wire. I don't want a lot of wire showing. So what I do is slide them down and then bring my finger and push all the way up as far as I can, and then I put in my twists. I'm sorry that my wrist clicks every time I twist. It's not a good thing, but that's just what happens when you get old. So anyway, for all you new people, and for everyone that's been around for the year that I've been here, if you like my work, I do get a lot of compliments. Can you do me a favor and just give me a thumbs up? Just click that thumbs up. I did not know until recently, and now I'm not, maybe a little bit obsessed with it because I've researched it a little bit. What it does is it makes it so that my stuff gets shown more. And the more my stuff gets shown, the more views I get and the more subscribers I get. And my goal, obviously, is to be successful and to show you how to make beautiful things. But I also, if I can get a good following, I would like to be able to post everything that I make with you and make it available for sale. Like a lot of different people have merch and all that. No, I don't have merch. I have trees. And rather than put them on Etsy, which I do have Etsy, but it's not current. I mean, there's stuff on there. It's just really hard for me to post on there because I have to take all the photos with my phone, and I am not a computer person. So anyway, if you want to click that like button for me and help my channel grow, I would appreciate it very much. And thank you. It also tells me that you like my work. I've come a long way since I started learning a little bit more. I've learned how to make a playlist. For real, guys, I really am not great with computer skills, but I can make a beautiful tree. And if you stick around, I'll show you how. Okay. This tree is going to have a lot of twists in it, even the roots. Now we're going to wrap that around twice like that. Bring it up, and cross it right over and push it down. See, this is why I cut my wire long. I don't like to work with short wire. Maybe you can use your fingers for that, but I can't. I have hand issues and I don't like short wire. So I did cut this one here long because the tree is not in the middle and I don't want it to be short, which it will be for a few. For your standard bracelet tree, we're going to haunt this one too, but this is my go-to bracelet. And for everyone that's new here, check out the playlist. There's bracelets, and they are very, very pretty. I've been changing the length of the wire, and I'm going to correct that for you right now. Because I don't put any leaves, you don't, see, if you use leaves, you use more wire. By a leaf, I mean little clusters of 3 or a bead, however you want to make a leaf. And the bigger the bead, the more wire you need. So for that size bracelet, I use 4mm bicones and just regular beads. 12 inches is enough. Don't waste your wire. I know I've jumped around with different lengths and this wire is too short. 12, I'm going to make a tree actually with 12 inches of wire. I just don't want it to be short because of this. I don't like it. Alright. Last time. I like to cut 2 wires, not 1. And I like to be able to push them down. And when they're too short, I can't do that. Sorry, I have to get in your face there for a minute. There. And I also, you'll hear me say lace the tree, or at least the project, whatever. I will get into great detail with that. I also created a playlist. And when you lace, your branches will not move. Whether you use a hoop or a bracelet, I lace. Because my work is worth the little bit of extra to make it stay beautiful. So now, we're just going to beat up this tree. Maybe. Okay. I just dumped my beads down because I drop them anyway, so I may as well. So the seed beads that I have in the playlist, I have 2 different kinds. One is just a big bag of mixed, and let me tell you, they are not perfect. You'll find some that don't have the hole is not open, and if you're making jewelry, you see they're inconsistent in size. They're fine for your tree. I strongly recommend them. So bring your wire to the top of your hoop, pass it over, bring it back up, cross it over, right above your beads, beneath your hoop, and pull it back. You need to support your work so it doesn't slide. Bring it up and cross it over. And I clip as I go because I don't like a lot of wires. And I usually don't clip and just drop, but I have been doing that lately and it's not a good thing to do. I usually have a little container. Not today. I do, but it's over there. I like my area to be not so messy, but I get very messy. It's usually not this hard for me to push these wires down. Usually I zip right around. Not today. Yeah, that's good. All right, so the reason why I wrap my wires around twice and not wrap it like around 4 or 5 times on the hoop is because I don't want it, I want my tree to be tight. I want to be able to put in little twists, and you need to support your work. What I do, put your finger behind it or your hand and push towards you, and then hold it and put in a little twist like that. Even on the leaf, hold on to your leaf, give it a little bend. Okay, maybe not. That one didn't bend. It's okay. Little bends. Then when you get to your longer branch right here, support it or you're going to break it. Hold it however you have to hold it to get in there and do that. When you do that, not only does it give you a tree character, it also tightens up your branches. Now, when I lace, see how these move? You're going to break your branch if you don't lace. Eventually it will snap. Okay, let's get this done. Enough chit chat. Don't like that. Problem solved. Usually I have my leaf hanging there. But I had a big space and I didn't like it. Guys, you do whatever you have to do to make it work. Really. Sorry. I really did think that was kind of funny. Okay, moving right along. I also have a harder time with the little round beads. I like the bicones because they don't move around so much. I can get the wire on easier, or get the bead on the wire easier. And I usually don't do that. I usually just do my beading and then twist and then add my other beads. Okay. There we go. And bring it to your hoop. Put your finger on there, pass it up. You'll notice if you watch my hands, I'm always holding on to my work. Support it all the time. Because if you don't, you're going to break it. At some point when you're making a tree, you'll break a wire. But don't worry, I show you how to fix it. I made a tree to break it. And I did. I broke it. And then I fixed it. It's in a playlist. How to add on to a tree. It's all there. check out my playlists. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, guys. So I have another, if you didn't see the short, tree to haunt, and I'm going to do that one probably next. It's this one. This is going to be fun. This is in a 4-inch hoop. And I have, coming today, some dark brown wire. The ones I did last year I did in brown, I did them in black, I did them in silver, but I think that the dark brown will look really, really nice. Besides, I think I want to start making more trees with brown wire. I'm getting tired of the silver. I started using copper, and I like the silver. It's pretty, but it's not the only option. Now I'm going to show you what I'm doing. Okay. There's a space right here, and I don't like it. So I'm going to fill it with this bead. I'm going to slide it down a little bit, like this, on my wire. Cross it over, and support it right up there by the where you twisted after your cluster of beads, and put in a few twists like that. Don't over twist, you'll break it. And now it fits. The thing about working with the trees, they are so forgiving. If you're painting and you screw up, I mean, you can go over it. If you're drawing, you have to worry. When you make a tree, it just they're just so beautiful, and because they're a tree, you really can't make a mistake unless you break your wire, or you can't get your beads on your wire. Okay. Okay, now, and if it is over a little bit, that's all right. Push it down, because you're going to twist anyway. Now I'll tighten it right up for you. Bring it to your hoop, go over your hoop, hold on to it, pass your wires up, and cross over, bring them down, like that, and just push that down, bring them up. See, this is a good length for me. I don't mind to cut this. I need enough to hold on to, and it's getting longer because it's not as far away from the hoop. So I like to cut my wire long. Oops. I don't mind to waste this much. If you do, cut your wire a little bit shorter. For a standard bracelet, 12 inches will do you good if you do the bracelet the way that I do my novelty bracelets. And watch a tutorial. I'm not just good at haunting trees. I make a pretty bracelet. And I show you step by step how I make them all exactly the same. And you can do that. My tutorial in the bracelet, I think I actually have two. They're full tutorials and they are very detailed. And I think that you know, if you're going to start this as your craft, a 4-inch hoop or a bracelet is the best place for you to start. Okay. That's a 6mm bicone. We'll use it with the seed bead or this little crystal. I don't mind to have different colors on this tree. I actually used a wire and picked through my beads. For everyone that's new, I have got 2 canisters. I did a video of my workspace, and one of you have referred to my beads as bead soup, and I love it. But they are just beads that I have had for 11 years. Every time when I was actively selling stuff, whatever I didn't finish a project with, I just throw in a bag and throw them in a drawer, in a craft drawer. And I never realized how many I actually had until we moved. I was like, damn. It's a lot of beads. So I seldom buy new things unless I'm doing it for a particular reason. I did just fill an order of 10 bracelets for a woman who buys them every year. She has a boutique. Last year she got 20. This year it was 10. So I did buy new amethyst. I made them. I showed you them. And then I actually made another one. I don't know the name. Fluorite? I can't say that word. It's a bead that looks like sea glass, and that's I think the last one that I made with you. And I'd show it to you, but I don't have it. But the tutorial was a fun tutorial. Now you see what I did. This little leaf will fit right there in that space. Not perfect, but look how pretty. I mean, that's an easy tree. We're having fun. I just talk too much. And then I try not to talk too much, and then I'm told, don't do that. But in real life, guys, I'm shy. So, believe it or not. And it has taken me a year to get used to talking to myself in front of other people. Yeah. But it's okay. My cat doesn't understand it. I love my cats. For you new people. If you don't like cats, I'm so sorry. That's unfortunate. My cats are my world. I love them. I did post some short videos of them. They're the best. But Miss Abby, she's right now sleeping underneath the comforter on my bed. When I talk to myself, a lot of times she'll get down and sit at my feet and just look up at me, and she becomes very verbal, and she kind of like gives me that head shake, like, hey, what you doing? And she'll go, she's funny. Okay, I'm going to put another twist so I can get past that bead. And now, I don't want to use little leaves everywhere, so I think what I'll do for that one is just put a bead. It's a leaf, right? It hangs, it's a dangle. It'll fill a space, and this is why I like to cut my wire long. One of the reasons. On trees that I just put one little leaf in just string, you don't need them as long, but I do like to put leaves. I like to have that option. That's why I cut my wire long. And so you don't end up getting short. When you have a leaf, you add something like that, you have a long wire and a short wire. Always twist with the long wire. I'm going to support that little bead right there and bring it away from me because I twist towards me. It's a good habit to have now, even if your wire isn't too short, because it doesn't mean it's always going to be that way. You don't want it to fall short. Also, if you're going to make a leaf, use the longer wire, because if you use the shorter wire, it's going to get even shorter. You follow? I hope that made sense. I'm trying to give you some tips that you will benefit from, because that's where I made my mistakes, and I don't want you to make the same ones that I have made. Okay, we're almost done. I was going to stop at a half an hour. I try not to make my tutorials too long. I've been told by so many, oh, I love your tutorials, they're so long, I get to watch the whole thing, and some people don't like them long. And I like to finish my project. Like, I have one. It took me 8 parts to complete it. It was a big project though. Now see, I can't grasp that. That one I can. And now I'm going to clip those off with the flat tweezer. I push them down. And sometimes you can get in there where I'm bringing these so close up. It's a little bit difficult. So you need the pointy ones to get that wire and twist it over. I like that there are spaces in my tree. And now I'm going to take my needle nose pliers and support my work. You can put your hand under it. I'm just going to use my finger today and put in a few little twists like that. Then move down to this one, big one, and come over here and do one here and one here. Now this is 24 gauge wire, so be gentle. The 22 is much sturdier, so you can really, bend it a little bit more, but you still can break it. You can still break it, so just be careful of that. And this wire is getting all tangled up. I think I'm going to slide this down and give it a little twist like that. Just put it there. Why not? And when you do that, anytime you make a little leaf, again, twist with the long wire. I'm just looking, I have my phone, that's what I'm recording on, in front of me. Not directly, it's kind of to my side a little bit so that I can see, and I'm looking at this mess. Yeah. What am I doing? Okay. After you make a leaf, you always put in a few twists. Oh, we got a jumper. Sorry about that. There we go. Bring your wire to your hoop. Pass it down. Bring them up. And give them a little tug. Bring it close to the first wire. Wrap it around again. Bring it up. You don't have to wrap it around twice. I just find that it makes it more sturdier. It just makes it easier for me. And I think it gives it a little bit more strength. If you're going to take time to make a project, a little bit of, what's that? Wire stuck on my, the little extras, they really do matter. And it's like wrapping your tree. It matters. I will wrap this. I wrap everything. I will never ever make a tree without wrapping it or lacing it. Depends on how I feel. Which term, lace or wrap. Usually it's lace. Kind of like lacing your shoe. But we're going to lace the tree to the hoop so that this doesn't happen. We don't want our branches to break. And this skeleton, I'm going to have to twist his feet to the hoop. It's fine, I did that last year too. I don't know why I did that. We're gonna have some fun with the roots too. And I think that these haunted trees, we're going to have a lot of fun with the embellishments. That will definitely be part 3. Because I will complete this. And then I'll do part 3. I will lace the tree with you. And have fun with embellishments. One thing with the embellishment, well, I'm not gonna tell you. It'll be fun. Watch me break a wire, guys. That would suck. But I've done it. I actually made, this is, it goes way back. Angel, I think it was not a tree. I don't know what you call it. Like a, I don't know. You hang it in your window, like in your rearview mirror, or put it on a keychain, or hang it in a window. And I was using fishing line, and I said, you know, I was tightening it, and I said, oh, no, don't pull it, because it'll break. And then it's like, oh, it broke. It went flying everywhere. And I didn't know what to do. So I just sat there in amazement and laughed until I cried. And then I posted it. Guys, it was funny. So, yeah, it's a blooper. And there's a few of them. Oops. Yeah, I have to keep it real. You know, I know I talk a lot, but the bloopers for me, they were funny. You know, someone told me I'm a riot, and then someone said, don't do that. Don't post that. It was actually a family member. I said, don't do that. Yes, I will do that. I share. What can I say? I notice when I work with the 24 gauge wire, because it's so flexible, I have more jumpers. My beads go flying. It's kind of funny. Do I want to add another? No. I was going to put something else there, but I'm not. Yeah, I am. You get one shot at that. If you're going to untwist, I don't recommend it. Oops, almost. There we go. You wrap it over your hoop. And take these two wires and pull them towards the bead so that they stay close to the other two. It just makes it look neater. When your beads are close to the top of your hoop, it gets a little tricky with that wire if you do it the way I do it. It's the only way I do it. I rather have to play with it a little bit to get it to do what I want it to do so that it looks pretty. Now, my favorite part, I'm gonna put some more bends in our branch. Last one. I could have put, I could have just strung all these on. I chose not to. I wanted it to be open and airy looking. I don't know what I'm going to do with the other ones. I know what I'm going to do with one. That's not entirely true. Oops, there goes that wrist. I have had a lot of surgery, guys, for the ones that are new here on my hands and wrists and carpal tunnel and trigger fingers, and I've even lost bones, so be kind to your hands. Let's see. I don't know if you can see it. Right here. The bone's gone, and I have a pin and a wire that trapezium. So I had a trapeziotomy with a tightrope, which means that I have a wire in my hand that's connected to up here to support my thumb. And the problem I'm having is I had it on this side as well, and this button has, one of the pins has come out, and this thumb is just not doing well. And it hurts, all that hurts. So, be kind to your hands. I will continue to do this until I no longer can. It was so hard for me with all my surgeries every time I had to put my beads down, because it is a long recovery. After surgery you have casts and therapy, and oh my gosh. For the longest time I couldn't pinch. I couldn't hold a pen. Just awful. We're not going to go there again. Oops. So once you get your branches in where you want them and you lace, they won't move anymore. So now, I always get nervous when I do this because this is the end of my work. I'm afraid I'm going to break a wire. That's something I don't tell you all the time. But I am. I'm always nervous, especially with the 24 gauge, that at the end of my project, I will snap it, because I've done it. But it's better if you do it at the end, or, you know, the beginning, because it's easier to fix. Okay, before we mess around with the skeleton, I'm going to break that if I keep messing with it. We're going to mess around with the roots a little bit. I'm going to just get in here and give them all a little crooked bend. Make them look a little spooky, I guess. I'm waiting to break it. I broke a wire yesterday on a custom order that I was filling, and I had to do the whole thing over. I did not want to fix it. Instead, I just redid it. It was in a bracelet, so it didn't take long. I don't fix a wire in a bracelet. I just do it over. I had it recorded. I didn't break the wire. I think I broke the hoop. I don't know. I'll see if I can, it might be on Instagram. I don't know. But if I find it, I'll post it. It was kind of funny. It was kind of sad. But it came out better the second time. Alright guys, let's see what we can do with this guy. We're going to put a wire right between his feet, but I don't want his feet to go outside of the hoop. Oh, that's going to be nice. Just hanging around, standing under a tree. I was going to give him a friend, but I think we'll keep him solo. So what I'm doing is not working. Okay, we're going to try this again. And see, now if I edited that, you know, people take that. They wouldn't leave that on. They're going to edit that right out, not me. didn't work. So I have to figure something else out. Look, there's an ant on me. Ooh. Why? I don't even know if that is an ant. I think it was a fly. Something flew. Guys, like yesterday I was recording, and the guy, my neighbor, they cut down all the trees, but they were cutting grass. And every time they cut the grass, I get ants. It's crazy. And I think they come in from the air conditioner. I don't know. I mean, I'm not far from the ground, but oh, I hate when they cut the grass. I'm not like street level by any means. The front door is, but everything else is not. Yes, I'm cutting another piece of wire. I'm gonna do this. Okay, I know what I'm gonna do. I am gonna first, I'm gonna twist that like that. Now I'm gonna bring it up like I do for every branch and cross it right over his feet. And you really can't tell because it's near the roots. I'm all freaked out because there was a bug. I don't know if anybody else is like that. I don't, if a fly gets in the house, I freak out. I can't, especially in the kitchen. If I'm cooking and there's a fly, forget it. Everything gets cut, covered up, put away. It's like, nope, they're disgusting. I don't like bugs. It's going to be fun next week. I have an outdoor wedding, my son's wedding. There'll be lots of mosquitoes. It's right on the water. Well, not on the water, but very close. It's going to be beautiful. I'll share a few photos. Anyway, so here is our haunted tree. I think it came out pretty cool. It'll look better once we embellish, but for now, we're going to leave it at that. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up if you liked my work. Come back for the next part. That'll be the fun part. We'll see you guys.